What's up guys, Red here, and in honor of the Direct tomorrow, I've decided to drop my top 10 most wanted fighters for Smash Ultimate. It's the 11th hour, but hopefully people still have some fun watching it, so let's just go ahead and jump right into the list. Now I'll just be upfront from the start, I know Shy Guy doesn't stand a single chance of getting into Smash, but I love the guy. My first time seeing him was back in Super Mario Bros. 2, but I really began to love the character with Mario Tennis. It was one of my favorite N64 games for sure, and I logged so many hours playing as Shy Guy. I have a lot of fond memories with family and friends with this character. His mask to me is really cool, and I've always loved that mystery of wondering what he's hiding under there. Does he have no face? Is he scary as heck? Or is he an anime protagonist? Who knows? But Shy Guy will always have a special place for me, and though I know he doesn't have much of a chance, I hope one day he can make it onto the battlefield. Now this one makes me really sad actually, because apparently the custom Robo trademark was just let go recently. Now I'm no trademark expert, so I don't know the exact ramifications, but I would assume it means we won't be having Ray 01 in Smash anytime soon. For me, I was a pretty big fan of anime and cartoons growing up, and Ray 01 was pretty much a freaking Gundam. So when I first saw Custom Robo, I knew I had to get it. This was one of those games that my friends and I logged a lot of hours in as well. We would constantly play to try and upgrade every single unlockable part for the game. It was incredibly fun, and the 4-player battles were insane. And when he got an assist trophy in Brawl, I thought, dang, maybe it can happen next time. Sadly, it never came, and things are looking grim for him now, which sucks because I think he could be a really cool character. Sadly, some things are not meant to be, but maybe a miracle can happen and he will make it in somehow. Now for me, I have always preferred Zero over Mega Man. I know, don't throw too many tomatoes at me. In terms of design though, I was always drawn more to Zero than Mega Man. Plus, swords have always been one of my more favorite weapons, so the fact that Zero comes wielding his faithful sabers is a huge bonus for him in my eyes. They just look so freaking cool. I was a huge fan of his appearance in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and ever since then I could not stop trying to picture how much fun he would be to play in Smash Bros. And when Mega Man came into Smash 4, I thought surely Zero might be right behind him this time around. Sadly, as you know by now, he's stuck in assist trophy purgatory, which made me sad. I guess there's always next time, right Zero?
What? What am I fighting for?
Now, Beautiful Joe was a game that I grabbed immediately when I saw it debut on the GameCube. It screamed of a crossover between anime and comic books, which was impossible for me to resist. The graphics were amazing for me back then and helped me have even more fun with the experience. It was one of the most fun times I've ever had playing a video game. It was just downright fun. And I've always been fond of wacky characters. Michelangelo is my favorite Ninja Turtle, Sokka is my favorite Avatar character, so when Joe hops on screen and says something like,
Head to the go-go, baby!
I'm completely sold from that point on. His costume only helps boost his appeal for me even higher than it already was. The guy is just a fun character, and I think Smash could always use some more fun, wacky characters in the mix. Similar to Zero, Sonic was never really the character who I was looking at in his series. Tails was the character who always caught my eye. I don't dislike Sonic, but when Tails appeared in Sonic 2, I instantly was more drawn to him. Now foxes have always been my favorite animal, so Tails immediately had that going for him from the start. But I love the character for more than just that. I've loved to watch his development over the years from a timid, shy character to a character who is very confident in himself. A character who is incredibly smart and always finds creative solutions for problems. A character who, like myself, tries to keep a positive attitude and spread the positivity even when situations are looking grim. That's something I really value a lot in a character. Plus, I always have a soft spot for characters that were bullied at some point. So while everyone was always picking Sonic, I was that one guy who preferred Tails. I don't think he's going to make it in, but hopefully someday he will get his shot. Now this little guy has been my favorite Kirby character ever since I first saw him appear back in Kirby Superstar in the Megaton Punch Championship. That was one of my favorite little games of Kirby, and when I saw him punch through that stone, I was like, dang, he's, freaking hardcore. He took a backseat for a long while, but when he finally made his return in the more modern Kirby games, I was really happy. Spear users are pretty fun characters for me, so when he began kicking butt with the spear, I was even more hyped for him. Call him a Goomba with a hat if you want, I'll never follow that logic. He has become incredibly relevant in modern Kirby, and for me he has set himself apart from the rest of his kind and is a vital part of Team Kirby. I can only hope that Sakurai sees that he deserves to join the Battle of Smash alongside the fellow Team Kirby crew. Skull Kid captivated me from the moment I began playing Majora's Mask. I loved everything about him, and my desire for him to be in the game runs deeper than just the freaking awesome design of the popular and iconic mask or his epic laugh. His backstory is one that captured me. He's just a guy that loves to play pranks and be mischievous. The whole village hates him for that, and then he gets wrapped up in this dark power of the mask. Skull Kid isn't evil, but he got caught up in something he couldn't fight against. I love that. Skull Kid doesn't have a bad heart. Majora's Mask is a really freaking good game, and it has stood the test of time in my opinion. And with the addition of Skull Kid to Hyrule Warriors with a fleshed out moveset, my excitement only grew larger at the realization that, hey, this is freaking awesome and would totally work in Smash. And there was the amazing Majora's Mask video that was made, which kind of outlines a little of Skull Kid's backstory. Definitely watch it if you've never seen it. It's one of my favorite videos on the entire internet. The link will be in the description, and I think Skull Kid deserves a spot, and I'm hoping he clocks in for Smash Ultimate. It's been a long journey for fellow Golden Sun fans. I mentioned before in one of my Isaac videos that Golden Sun was actually the first game I bought for Game Boy Advance, and I was hooked since then. I loved everything about the game, from the graphics to the Jin to the world around me. And Isaac was a character whose design I thought was awesome. The official artwork of him was so freaking good, and I loved his wide variety of combat abilities. Seriously, this guy is stacked with moveset potential, and it almost seems like a crime to not include him in this roster. I truly think people who have never played Golden Sun would still appreciate the character and play as him a lot just because of how fun his moveset would be. And as far as silent protagonists go, he's up there as one of my favorites for sure. When he got revealed for an assist trophy in Brawl, it definitely hurt, but it showed the potential for the future. I don't think there's a better time than now for Isaac. I'm hoping the dawn won't be dark for fellow Golden Sun and Isaac fans on Thursday. Now this is a character who I don't think has much of a chance of actually getting in, but nonetheless she is on my list. Okami captivated me from the very second I saw the game. The graphics spoke to me, and Amaterasu's design was one of the best designs I had ever personally seen. It made me want to buy the game instantly. And how fun the game actually was only helped to bolster her character in my eyes. I love the mythical backstory that she has, and I urge people to check it out for themselves. This is again a character who came to life in a fighting game sense in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And even though I suck at that game, every moment I had playing as Amaterasu was fun. Her moveset was incredible, and I would love to see elements of that on the battlefield in Smash Bros. She's a character who I think a lot of people would be excited to get in there and try out. I don't think this one will be a surprise for many people, but my number one pick is Sora. Kingdom Hearts and Sora in particular will always hold a special place for me because it helped me get through a dark time in life. But beyond that, Sora as a character has been fun for me to watch grow over the years. I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into when I began the Kingdom Hearts journey, but I've loved every second of it. Sora is more than just the Disney elements around him. He's his own person with his own identity. And those who can't separate that probably haven't played this series enough to see why. I think it goes without saying that he is again a character with huge moveset potential that would probably be incredibly fun to utilize in battle. Along with him would come an amazing stage, I am sure, along with probably some really good music. I don't think he has the best chance of getting in, but I don't think he has 0% chance either. Sora is definitely a fan favorite, and I hope he somehow makes his way in. As for me, it would be a dream come true. So that's my list, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about any of the characters on it. I will be posting my direct predictions video later on tonight, so look forward to that. As always, don't forget to check out some of my previous videos if you have time. Subscribe with notifications on for more future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.